Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back-to-Back Battles. Today is the last episode we're going to be using this Hawlucha team with Hawlucha, Tapu, Lele, Blastoise, Amoonguss, Landorus, and Marek. Show that like button some support if you have been enjoying this team. It's been a pretty fun team. Like, Hawlucha's been doing some work. We have seen a lot of its strengths, its weaknesses of this team, but it's been a pretty fun team overall. I kind of enjoyed it more as I played it. Like, at the beginning, I really didn't like using this team, to be honest. Like, it's frustrating to lose. It didn't really have a flow, I felt like, but once I started playing with this team, learning a bit more, which I do usually, like a few battles with this team, like all my other teams, just to make sure I can play, you know, the best out of it for everyone who's watching. But yeah, this team's been pretty fun. I'm hoping we don't go negative, which we already have. But again, if you haven't checked out the last episode, I highly recommend go checking it out. You can also check out just check out the playlist down below as well. If you are new to VGC 2018 Back to Battles, how it works is I'm James Baek, because there's a lot of new players. There's a lot of new players who haven't watched me. There's a lot of growing people, and I do thank you all for the support. But I'm James Baek, 4 times Worlds competitor. And yeah, I do this Battle Spot Series where I just play with showcasing a lot of cool teams, a lot of cool mods and strategies. And we ladder. We don't have really goal other than to learn, really. So we got Cree. How do you pronounce this? We got Gardevoir, Zapdos, Rotom Wash, Persian, Aegislash, and Landorus. This already looks like a pretty rough matchup to start. Persians has proved pretty difficult to deal with in the past. Gardevoir is a really scary Pokemon to deal with. I don't like facing Gardevoir at all. Honestly, don't see much that I can do against this team, to be honest. Mega Gardevoir was definitely a problem. Especially Mega Gardevoir plus Persian. I was not expecting that. Hawlucha's not really that great here. If I could Rain Dance set up, it might be, but otherwise I don't really see much of an opportunity of how I could get that off. I'm gonna go Marowak Blastoise here. Landorus is good too, but I don't think I can use it. I think I have to bring Amoonguss for redirection, and I need Tapu Lele. Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one. I know that 100% for a fact. This is gonna be a tough battle. If I am gonna win this, it's gonna be really tough. It could just be destruction right here. I don't exactly know the Gardevoir matchup. And this team was definitely not built for a Gardevoir matchup. Maybe I need to add a Steel team. A Steel type. I don't know who I would replace though. Yeah, but Aegislash, Gardevoir, this is going to be a scary one. Trace is my Rain Dish, which doesn't have much effect in this battle. If I was my opponent, I would Psychic Blastoise and just go for a Shadow Ball or Never Ending Nightmare into Marowak. I don't agree with Hyper Voice here, unless you do think I'm especially defensive. There's a bunch of mind games. Like, there are 2 plays I could do. Shadow Bone directly, or I could switch out into my Amoonguss and protect Marowak. Oh my. I'm gonna risk. Oh no. I didn't have time to think about that. I feel like he would just Shadow Ball Psychic. Why did I Water Spot then? I should have Scalded. I guess in case this Gardevoir can live a Shadow Bone somehow. Which I don't think it can, but maybe. If it is just Hyper Voice, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Or if it's Ghost TMZ, then I'm fine. Because, like, that was gonna KO anyway. Like, yeah, this is tough. Gardevoir protects. Okay. Huh. Guess my opponent's scouting. Oh, that makes me upset. I could have gotten Amoonguss in for free. Maybe he wanted the Shadow Ball. If I sub there, imagine. I was never going to sub here in this position, though. I guess I'll see whether Aegislash decides to go for Blade Form. And I'm going to scout whether Gardevoir is going to go for a Hyper Voice. Like, you don't know how fast my Marowak is, so I guess that's what my opponent was afraid of. And maybe what I can do here is get Aegislash into Blade Form, bait the double Protect again, and then King Shield. Because that's what it's looking like right now. Basically, I have to either bait my opponent, or I have to hope my opponent chokes. Those are the ways, like, it's looking right now. Just how bad this matchup can be right now. Because I can't really freely Water Spout. There's Aegislash with Wide Guard, so if I went the Hawlucha route, I couldn't even do anything really. Let's see. Also, if he never had any Nightmares, I waste it now, but it's not like it's going to matter because it puts in Shadow Ball range anyway. Hyper Voice. Okay. So I found out how my opponent's going to play here. In Shadow Ball? Yep. It's not never any Nightmare. I mean, Hyper Voice plus Shadow Ball is still going to knock out Marowak. I have to make the play and hope he double protects. I'm going to sub here. Hard in Amoonguss. I'm going to go hard in Amoonguss so I can Rage Powder. The following turn. Or Spore to Aegislash potentially. No, I need to Rage Powder to Gardevoir because he could Psychic... like, my opponent could Psychic Shadow Ball the following turn. And I'm pretty sure Marowak is slower than Aegislash unless it's Min Speed Aegislash. I'm not exactly sure if they run Min Speed Aegislash anymore. Gardevoir protects. Please be a King Shield. Yes. Okay, we do call that. Nice. Now I get a Shadow Bone off. And this is where the Berry helps with Amoonguss because I might be able to live the double. A Psychic plus the attack. Nice, we get Marowak behind a sub. If you go for Hyper Voice, that's fine. Getting rid of this Gardevoir is like the first step to my team actually not taking as much damage as it's going to from these powerful moves. I could Shadow Bone the Aegislash. I don't feel like it's optimal. Because like Aegislash, I don't know who would switch out honestly if my opponent decides to switch out. But like Gardevoir can go for Hyper Voices. They're still going to hurt behind the sub. I'd rather get rid of Gardevoir. Because if I keep Marowak's sub up, it's looking really good for my game. Luckily, my opponent's just been making really safe plays and hasn't gone aggressive here, which is good. But I guess my opponent's never going to risk, like, you know, me being fast Marowak. So there's the Psychic. Yappa Berry. Yeah, I should be able to live a Shadow Ball. Unless it's a special defense drop. Which stinks because Amoonguss could be good. I mean, this might not knock out still, but... yeah, I think it will. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter then, but, you know, having that stress wasn't that good for me. Shadow Bone gonna knock out the Gardevoir. Yep, the Aegislash is faster. We do confirm that. And basically, keeping Marowak behind the sub prevents, like, my opponent going for any Electric type attacks, which is really good right here. Electric type attacks could definitely be deadly. Landorus is gonna come out. Can't Earthquake. Are you gonna Rock Slide? Who did I bring in the back? I had Lele, right? You don't Shadow Ball Amoonguss. Well, you could, and I would actually be fine with that if you do. I'm actually going to switch out my Amoonguss into... is Amoonguss useful? Rage Powder's still good in the end game. Might be risking Lele, but I think I will risk it here if I can. Aegislash is going to switch out. Into Zapdos. Oh, that's Earthquake. Okay. That's fine. Because if I get rid of Landorus, my sub is guaranteed safe on my... on my Marowak. And then Zapdos shouldn't be able to beat my Marowak. This is where sub is like really useful on Marowak, but at the same time Parasong could also be really helpful. There's the Earthquake here. I'd rather have sacked Amoonguss there, I think. But I guess this is okay. Depends on if it's Scarf or not, I guess. I just sub here 100%. I'd rather keep sub up. No Psychic though, Landers. We get to find out if he's Scarf right now. And I need to sub up with with Marowak no matter what. It is Scarf. Okay, we confirm that. Because I'm Tim and Max B Lele. Unfortunately, Zapdos is either going to get a Tailwind up or it's going to be able to get a lot right here. Lele feigns. And Empower, okay. Okay, I was worried about Tailwind. Okay. I don't know if Skull knocks out the Landers, but Blastoise is safe here. And I just protect Ice Beam. Even if I predict maybe Aegislash to come out from my opponent's side, it's not the correct play here. Because if that does happen, right? Like, my opponent can't break the sub, and then Marok's still in a solid position anyway. So, even if my opponent does do that, it helps, like, surviving the Landers, but it doesn't help you with the Marok problem. And yeah, you're going to switch out anyway, which is fine. But Zapdos isn't going to do anything other than Tailwind. Or Protect. Which is actually great because I can Shadow Bone Ice Beam the next turn. Or I can Water Spout actually. Water Spout's safe. It catches Landers on a potential switch in. As I Ice Beam. For a bit of chip. We haven't seen the Z move yet, which is also still scary. Shadow Bone plus Water Spout is always my play here. Although Aegislash, you don't Wide Guard, I think you King Shield. You might just go on the offensive here, but that's fine. If you do. Because if you're going on defensive, you have to break Marok's sub, right? If you target Blastoise, I'm still behind the sub, so your problem's still there. And also, I still get a powerful Water Spout off an Aegislash and Zapdos. Potentially knock out the Zapdos. I can't tell how bulky it is. I think it might be Electrium. Because of the fact... Yeah, I think it would be Electrium on this team. Because it does... Well, it could be Ghostium and Aegislash, and then like a Berry Zapdos. That's also potential. I keep forgetting that Aegislash could carry the Z move. No Protect's good play from my opponent. In Power, that's not going to break the sub. Are you just going for the Blastoise then with an attack and hoping you can break it later? Or is Spout going to come out? On the offensive. Just Shadow Ball. Into Marok. Okay. Shadow Ball, not Shadow Bone. Shadow Bone is out as well. Pick up the knockout. So I don't have to worry about Electrium ZKOing me. Yeah, a bit tough still, but it's going to come down to flinches, I feel like. Which, you know, stinks. I mean, no matter what, I feel like it was going to come down to flinches no matter what in the end game. Okay, so I get to go for double protect to scout what my opponent's going to do. I double protect. Because I want to figure out if he's just going to go for Rock Slide or if it's just going to be like, you know. Yeah, it's just Rock Slide and Shadow Ball. Ghostium, okay. I'll take this trade. Well, who's that going into? I guess that's the question. I mean, even if it's in a Marok, that's fine. Blastoise I'm kind of a bit more worried about. Yeah, because a little chip, like, if I... More Rock Slide flinches can definitely secure my opponent the game. Yeah. How much did that do? 39. Might have been a... It's like a roll, maybe, if it knocks out. I actually don't know the calc on Never Ending Nightmare. I should run that. I'm going to go into Mungus here. Go for a Ice Beam here and hope I knock out the Landers. I'm pretty sure my opponent's just going to keep firing off Rock Slides and Shadow Balls. So you need to flinch at this point. Amoonguss can live one Rock Slide, which is good. Yep. And I don't flinch, so that should secure the game. Lander's gonna go down. Aegislash gonna go on the offensive with Shadow Ball. Shouldn't pick up the knockout. Oh, it does. Huh. Okay. This could actually get kind of tricky. It's not game over yet. Actually, it is, because if Aegislash ever wants to attack, it has to go into Blade form. Actually, yeah, this game is over. Because even at -2, I wouldn't be able to Like, I don't think my opponent's going to be able to live. I don't have to predict. I just Flare Blitz. Yeah. Because I was thinking, I think my opponent's only... oh, Shadow Sneak. Good thing I Rage Powdered. Good. Okay. So Flare Blitz is... wait. Am I really... I don't know. This has happened a few times where I feel like I clicked a different move and I ended up clicking completely something else. Okay. Well, Shadow Bone didn't matter there because it picks up the knockout, and even if Aegis Slash King Shield, I guess it didn't matter at that point. Like, the only way I would have to click Flare Blitz guaranteed was if Aegis Slash did get the King Shield. But I thought maybe my opponent's game plan was maybe go for a doubles King Shield. Although, you know, I could Spore it potentially. Maybe my opponent was worried about Protect Spore. Like, there were definitely a bunch of plays there. But I feel like no matter what, like, I just have a very safe play of going for Rage Powder. Especially since the Amoonguss is faster. Unless it was like a random speed type with like Marowak and Aegis Slash, which I don't really think would happen, to be honest. Marowak's usually slower than Aegis Slash. But yeah, 1700. Ooh, that's pretty nice. And I think I've only used this... yeah, I've only used the Hawlucha team for this entire thing. Nice. Mr. Pink from Italy, 1634 rating. What will be our last opponent? Oh, that's actually cool, but that's also really bad for me. What am I supposed to do against Cradily? Do I do against Cradily? This is tough. I can't tell what I want. I want to go Hawlucha Tapu Lele because if my opponent leads Staraptor, it's... well, Brave Bird's still going to do a lot of damage no matter what. This is a tough spot to be in. I think I want to go... oh man, this is tough. I want to go Tapu Lele, Marowak, Amoonguss, plus Blastoise. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm going for. The reason is I'm thinking Staraptor plus Harangu is going to be the lead from my opponent. That's what I'm expecting here. I don't have Protect. I don't have Protect. I don't have Protect. Oh, jeez. Harangu, Staraptor. I kept... oh, wait, no, I let... okay, no, I thought I let Amoonguss for some reason. Okay, this works. This works. I think you Final Gambit here and Trick Room. That's what they usually do with these teams turn 1. Yeah, that's what they always do with these teams turn 1. I'm just gonna protect my Tapu Lele. And yeah, I don't think there's any threat to my Marowak being attacked here. I'm just gonna Flare Blitz the Harangu. I feel like it was Final Gambit here. Although my opponent could U-turn, which would be really smart of a play. Or Hard Switch. But I'm not sure if you really want to Hard Switch into Psychic. So I'm gonna protect Lele. On U-turn? Final Gambit, okay. Nice. Flare Blitz comes out into the Harangu slot. That's actually really solid damage I got. Trick Room goes up. I mean, I basically got what I wanted. Like, I wasted Staraptor's a turn to attack here. Now I have to Psychic the Staraptor to pick up the knockout. And I guess I sub here, because Harangu should protect. Like, I'm thinking my opponent's trying to get a camera up sweep somehow. Or just attacks where I can Moonblast Flare Blitz and that would have been bad. Okay. That changes things a lot. I do get the knockout on Staraptor, and if I don't, well then again, it's not like Final Gambit would do anything. Actually, I should just... nah, no, because I was expecting Protect as to play. Okay. So expect to protect because you risk a Rangaroo, which instruct is probably your game plan. As Camera's gonna come in, and this is where things get maybe potentially a bit scary here. 3 turns of Trick Room. I know what I want to do. I want to protect. Tapu Lele, sack my Marowak right here. Go for the KO into a Rangaroo if I can get it somehow. Because I'm expecting Eruption here, combined with Instruct. It should be Eruption plus Instruct. Maybe I should try to weaken the power of Eruption, because I'm not getting the KO on a Rangaroo anyway. Well, both are actually pretty reasonably solid, like, options. It's the sub. I don't think it matters. Yeah, and he's faster anyway. Or slower with the Rangaroo, whichever one you want to say. But the reason I did this play is because now I can go on a Blastoise. I feel like he has to Instruct Earth Power. I feel like you Instruct Earth Power. He could also just Eruption. I don't think your Eruption switched into Cradily. I don't feel like you would do that play. I feel like you would just Eruption, Earth Power Instruct. I guess you could. Well, no, I don't feel like you should do that because if you Eruption and switch out into Cradily, that doesn't make sense. Don't think you should Eruption plus. Like, you shouldn't Eruption plus. I don't think you should Eruption plus Instruct because that's not going to KO Blastoise and you lose a Pokemon. This is good. This is still tough. Yeah, like, no matter what, I couldn't. Rangaroo's such a problem. Alright. If it's Eruption, I do lose. I don't auto lose. It's Earth Power and Instruct. Okay. Ooh, okay, that gives me something. That gave me something, but now there's still like a bunch of plays my opponent can do. That got me momentum. But my opponent still has a bunch of pieces. He or she has. Like, one, Cradily could switch in an Eruption. That's our Trick Room, right? I don't think Amoonguss takes a Spore. But I'm not and Spore. Scald. Cradily actually comes out. Okay, it doesn't. So this is going to come down to a few factors. A bunch of factors. Eruption. 1, do I live? 1 Eruption combined with a single target. Amoonguss is surviving on Eruption. What? You go, Amoonguss. Amoonguss has won me so many of the sets we've been playing. Oh, that's so clutch. Scald gonna come out on the camera up. Takes it a knockout, which is a fantastic. Oh man. Actually, how much HP? I think I would have lived the Eruption anyway, got the Scald up, but that's just helped so much. That really just helped so much. Cradily? Yep. I'll just Sludge Bomb the Rangaroo and Ice Beam the Cradily. Because I need to put a Rangaroo in range of Moonblast 100%. And I feel like a Sludge Bomb will get that job done. Unless it's Citrus Berry. I don't think Cradily can actually knock out my Blastoise. I didn't realize how low my Amoonguss was. Maybe I should have switched out first. For some recovery. Ice Beam gonna come out into the Cradily. That's 50% though. Still not bad. Oranguru stays asleep, so probably went for Psychic. Toxic? Not sure about that one. Does it not have a grass move? Or maybe, I don't know. Sludge Bomb. Doesn't do much. I'll go hard Lele here. I get Regenerator no matter what. Scald is not a play. Water Spout would increase the special attack if it does stay in and chooses to Giga Drain. I'm just going to go for an Ice Beam. So Lele comes out. Psychic Terrain. And no Protect, so Ice Beam's going to be able to knock out the Cradily. That should be game. Oh, man. What is that roll? And the Wrangler stays asleep. I don't think it matters at this point. Like, Tapu Lele won the game. What is that roll? Is that a roll or is that Amoonguss just Amoonguss? Amoonguss has literally clutched out like some really tough battles. And that's how good, especially defensive Amoonguss is, people. Don't get me wrong, especially defensive Amoonguss is the champion. It has probably been the MVP of this team. Wow. Wow. I cannot even speak words, people. I cannot even speak words. That was mind-blowing. That was actually insane. But we're going to cut it here. Because that was an insane episode. And I think that's the perfect way to end off this team. So thank you all for tuning in. Amoonguss pulling through once again. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Cradily do much work. I was actually kind of hoping that Cradily would at least Giga Drain or Energy Ball the Blastoise, which I don't think picks up the knockout at neutral, but it would have been interesting. But thank you all for tuning in. If you did like this video, please hit the like button down below. I cannot, like, Amoonguss is just, oh my lord, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Follow me on my social medias down below. You can check them out, especially my Twitch channel where I do live stream. You can also check out the previous episode if you have missed it down below, as well as the playlist if you want to look back and check out any of the previous episodes of VGC 2018 Back Battles. You can check out my team building guide and my introduction to VGC and resources if you are new to VGC and want to get into it. And as always, you can check out my side series if you want more action from me as a person and not just a player. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for what I have to say. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate every single one of you for watching. Have a good day, people. Catch you around in another video.